like winding people up and seeing if she could embarrass them in kind of public situations. Now, fortunately, I'd been told this
So
to
you've been
start with,
warned.
and we're in a, as I said, we're in a club in LA, so naturally the subject of breast implants came up. I can't remember how. There was a lot of vodka drunk before this conversation, but we were talking about breast implants, and she's just stood there like looking at me while a friend's kind of talking about this, and just slowly flips the top down and just stands there, just staring at me as if like as if to kind of make me freak out or something. I just turned around and went, nice, and then just carried on talking to her mate. But she thought it was absolutely hilarious.
She had that spark for life, though. She was, she'd light up a room wherever she went.
She had a mad sense of humour, really mad sense of humour. But she was, such a fun person.
Absolutely. And then obviously when I saw her, she went on then later on down the line to support Lamb of God, and I was like, oh my God, I read her name.
Yeah.
I remember we watched her, like we were so intimate. It was ace. We chatted. She got time for everyone, and that's what I love as well. I love about my podcast. I interview bands, and then I come back and check in on them later, and they're doing so well, and it's really nice.
Maybe this is a good thing then.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be opening for Lamb of God then.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
you should use that as a claim to fame. You should be like, me and Jill Janus, we had a lot of time for each other. So can I come and open for you now?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'll put it at the top of your resume.
So yeah, that works.
Yeah, defo.
Well, funnily enough, mentioning that shameless plug, we are playing with Corrosion of Conformity.
I know. I was just about to say that back at KK's.
Yeah.
What a gig that is! Wow, Corrosion of Conformity.
Yeah.
Honestly, what did you think when you get offered it? What did you think? Did you think, oh my God?
It was the middle of the night, wasn't it? It was the middle of the night, and we got a message come through, and I sort of looked at it, and I went, "He must mean a different band." And then I googled their tour, and I was like, "Shit, they actually are in Wolves on the 3rd," and I was just like, "Yeah, 100% yes, we'll play that, definitely."
So, question is, did you reply straight away, or did you wait till the morning?
I replied straight away.
Yeah, I was discussing this, with someone the other day, and I was like, "Now you don't want to be too keen, but you don't want to be not interested either. So you don't like for me. I don't want to reply straight away, but at the same time, he had to telling me to. It's like, please, just gonna do it.
Oh no, I was just like, yeah, I'm up for that.
I love it. I mean, it's like a dream come true though for you guys. It's the break for you basically. I mean, people are going to be there that perhaps haven't heard of you guys, and then they come away going, that band, I really like him.
Yeah,
well that's what we hope for.
Yeah, we just got to turn up and do what we do, and hope people are on the same wavelength. Usually works out okay for us, so fingers crossed.
I mean, that's next month, guys. So May the 3rd at KK's Steel Mill, you'll see these guys, the Black Hounds and Corrosion of Conformity. Wow. I mean, as soon as I saw that on there, I was like, whew, that's a big one.
Yeah,
that's fighting for that slot. So the fact that they picked you guys.
Yeah, monster gig that is. So really looking forward to that.
Good. And you should be really proud of yourself because you've worked hard for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think coming out the back of COVID, everyone's been in the same boat. It's been quite a hard slog to, fight for the limited stage spaces that are out there. And, we've finally got a bit of momentum going. So we just want to, keep that rolling now.
Absolutely. And hopefully by this, when I get it out there, people can hear about that and they'll hear the name and think, yeah, we will check them out. They'll know about you. Well, that's what I always do. If there's people on a lineup that I've not really seen or heard before, I just go on and just put on like shuffle bands similar to, and then I've found loads of bands that I've never discovered before. And often there's a lot of bands that haven't heard of the bands that I show them. So it's quite nice to do like a band swap. It's like the trading card game of like bands.
Yeah, I love doing that. Like when you've got like iTunes on shuffle and you're listening to a smaller band, and then others come on and you're like, oh, I like that, I'll save that. and it helps
I'm
bands
dead
out as well.
naughty at like parties and stuff. You know, when they say, "Oh, you take over," I take it over Spotify. I'm like, "Oh, listen to this band, listen to this band, listen to this band, listen to this band," and then they're like, "My turn now," and I'm like, "No, I've got like 6 tracks queued up. You need to listen to all the bands."
I used to play. I used to play a game at parties when I was younger, especially when I was studying, where I would go and find wherever the music was playing, and I'd be like, I'll put a song on, and I'll see how long it takes before someone gets up to change it. My record was about 6 seconds, and I think it was the Acacia Strain or someone like that. Everyone in the party just stopped and went, "What the is that?"
So what? Do you know what I did the other day? You know where you can join other people's sessions? Well,
Yes.
I didn't do that, and I forget where I was, and I literally just pressed on it, and I was like, "Why isn't it playing?" So I kept pressing loads of other stuff as well, and I kept queuing it up, and I joined someone's session. So I must have just taken over their session. Imagine they're having like a nice little family gathering, and I've just put like Cattle Decapitation on or Cannibal Corpse or something.
That's perfect family music.
Absolutely, family friendly.
Yeah,
Good
absolutely.
farming music, I call it.
Cattle Decapitation.
Yeah, nothing is better than doing Pass the Parcel to Hammer Smash Face.
I love it, yeah. I like it. Glory Hammer, you're like, or Ailstorm, yeah, here we go.
That's it. I'll tell you what, you want to speed up a kid's game, put Raining Blood on. Job done.
Do you know what I did the other day though? I was voice chatting to my friend on WhatsApp, you know, when I'm too lazy to like message, and I'd accidentally sped her speed up on it. So I thought she was on helium. It was like, and I kept messaging her. I said, "Are you all right? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah, I know a guy like that.
And then I realised it was on like 3 times speed.
Yeah. So we love those voice messages, don't we, Connor?
Oh yeah, it's my favourite thing in the world. Voice messages. WhatsApp.
It's great. It's great. Please tell me though, you've got like a chat for all the band that you can just put loads of random stuff in.
Oh, we've got about 16 different ones now. I can't keep up with which one's got what in it anymore.
You know, it's dead hard. I'm in one with my family, and sometimes the wrong stuff goes in my family one that should be for my mates. I'm like, "Oh, can I revoke it quick? That unsend button." Oh, thank God for that. The amount of times I've had to use it, unsend. Yeah.
My worst nightmare is that something I'm meant to put in one of the others accidentally goes into like my work chat or something.
Well, do you know what I sent an email? I actually sent an email saying I'm on anal leave instead of annual leave.
And that's pretty good though.
Anal leave. And I'll tell you what else I've done. Instead of saying regards, I've signed it off with retards.
I'm on anal leave, retards. Goodbye.
Yeah, honestly. So there were 2 separate emails, and instead of regards, I put retards. Joe. So they actually, and I was like, oh, what do I do? Do I correct it? Do I just pretend I haven't done it?
Yeah, just pretend it wasn't you.
You know what I did? I just sent a blank one and just put, "Sorry, autocorrect."
That's the way. But if it's auto-correcting to anal and retards, then there's probably other questions.
Yeah. Well, it was annual. It just missed the N out. Okay. That's it.
No, I'm not buying that. That's the word that's been typed far too many times.
Anal, yeah. Right, back to this. You've got a brand new single coming out called Tyrant. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Oh, good. I've done my homework, you see. That is going to be released on the 14th of April, and that follows on from the Foundations that was released in January.
Correct. Yep. Tomorrow, the 14th of April.
It is,
yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, there we go then. So, guys, tomorrow it drops.
It drops.
It drops on Ditto Music. Is that how it's released?
Yes, Ditto do all of our releases for us now. We've only just started using them, so I think this is the second release that we'll be doing through Ditto. Yeah, it'll be on all major streaming platforms.
Oh, nice. That'd be ace. Do you know, it's really fun. What I found with my podcast, it's really interesting to track where they are in the world. Like, I only started this podcast for a bit of a joke at first. My mate said, "Oh, go on, you like talking to people. Do it." So I was like, okay, I'll do it. Got all the stuff on eBay or Amazon, the day before. Went out, tried it out. I thought, this is cool, actually. And then literally I had no idea, but it got really big. And actually I've got a reach now of about 111,000. It's gone up to 116,000 as of today from yesterday. So it's jumping quite big.
Wow.
So honestly,
Cool.
it's getting massive. And then now it's gone like global. It's been in the global charts. It finished above Rolling Stones in the Apple Music chart.
Wow, that's awesome.
Whoa,
I was like,
nice.
I kept looking at all the artists that they'd interviewed, and I felt like I was going to message him and say, my podcast rating higher than theirs. Do you want an interview on mine?
Yeah, why not?
Coached. But, you know, it's interesting, and it must be the same for bands as well. When I first started out, I contacted so many people and got nothing back. Nobody would message me. They wouldn't even say, like, you know, this artist isn't available or this, that, the other. And then it's gone full circle now, because now I'm on the mailing list for Napalm Records, you know, with guest list slots, whatever I want, basically, with all their music. But it's really difficult. You need something weighted behind you. And I think for every band out there, you just need something to break free. At least you've got corrosion of conformity to use. You can say, look, we've supported this. And that's what they like to hear. Yeah. And that's what really makes people come after you then. It's like, we've heard this much. And it's quite funny how many bands are actually contacting me now to ask, the ones that didn't respond to me before. And I'm like, come on now, we all have to work together in this, don't we?
Yeah, it's
Agreed.
true. I mean, you know, being in a band, you're constantly knocking on doors and saying, you know, hey, can we do a show with this? Can we play with this band? Can we get on this playlist? Can we get on this? And you do get like nothing for so long, and then all of a sudden you get thrown a little crumb.
Yeah.
And then if you do well with that crumb, all of a sudden starts to
becomes a biscuit.
So. Nice. There you go. There's your album
There you go.
title.
The crumb becomes a biscuit, and then the biscuit becomes the cake. I like that. Look.
I love it.
Well, you know what they say, from acorns, mighty oak trees grow. So
it's your motto, right, isn't
it? Yeah. It is. Nice, isn't it?
I went to a school in Staffordshire, so it had that on the little badge thing on the school itchy school jumper.
Whereabouts in Staffordshire were you?
Oh, it was literally, well, it's actually in Wolverhampton, but it was on the South Staffs border.
I love that.
Literally, the South Staffs border went through the school field, and it went from side to side. And one year it was in Staffs, and the next year it was in Wolves, and the next year it's South. But yeah, that was the school motto. That was.
Oh, I like it. Well, there we go.
I always remember that.
Good motto.
And I remember saying to her, where'd you nick this from? I said, oh, it's the Staffordshire motto. Oh.
I like it.
So you've nicked it then.
I've nicked it. Yeah, it's mine now. That's it. I'm confident.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll have to contact that school. If you want it, come get it. I spent a lot of time down in Wolverhampton. There's that shopping centre nearby in Dudley. What's that called?
Oh, Mary Hill.
Been there. Perry Bar. No, that's Birmingham. Tipton, Wolverhampton Speedway.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Go the Speedway, and then I played football at Great Worley.
Right, yeah.
Great Worley.
Great Worley, yeah. We always like coming down to Wolves. It's great, and then you obviously
the glamorous spots.
KK's. I mean, KK's. What a place! Like I said,
KK's is pretty awesome.
It is.
It's pretty much all we've got though at the moment. There's not much going on venue-wise.
But you know that makes it good because it makes more people. I know it's not good for bands fighting for spaces and stuff, but it's quite good because it's quite concentrated, so you can get a bigger caliber of bands. Because it seems like Corrosion of Conformity and stuff. They missed Stoke-on-Trent out, but then they play Wolverhampton.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there was Devon Townsend was here.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was Enter Shikari a couple of weeks ago as well, wasn't there? So see bands of that caliber playing in the same place that we play is, well, it feels good.
And there aren't tribute bands as well, because there's so many out there. That's another thing. The majority of pubs and things, they're taken up by tribute bands because they're what bring the money in. People, I think, are scared to deviate. They see metal and they see heavy rock and they get scared. They think, wow, it's extreme. And it's not.
No.
Really nice stuff out there, but people have just got to be brave.
Yeah, we're not scary.
No.
I mean, most of the lyrics are about, death or...
Being bad at timekeeping, not turning up on time, and small acorns, mighty oak trees grow. You'll have to get that in your next album, sneak it in a song.
They all put an acorn on the cover.
Put a little, find the acorn. You could play a little game like Where's Wally? Find the acorn. Great.
Pretty sure that's a rude game.
Yeah. You want to put an acorn in the middle of, the little hole? Oh, it's going off on a tangent.
No,
now.
hang on, let's get
it is my podcast, so I can talk about whatever I like.
Putting an acorn in the little hole.
It, well,
it's gone off. That's gone off on a tangent. That has.
Yeah, well, you know what I always say: if people don't like it, if they can take a ticket and join the queue, I'll get back to them when I can fit them in.
Absolutely.
It's the way it is. You know, I think there's nothing worse as well than giving like bands criticism and stuff. I think if it's constructive, it's great, but there's nothing worse going, I don't like you. Like, what do you do with that? That's a personal preference and it's not right.
Yeah, it's subjective.
Yeah.
Art is subjective. You know, music is a form of art, and people know what they like. I can look at certain, from that perspective, certain paintings and go, yeah, I wouldn't hang that on my wall, but I'd hang that on my wall.
Well, us three can sit in a room and we can play a song, and you can get 3 totally different bands that I can come up with, and Connor can do the same. You know, it's all about what you interpret. It's all about headspace as well, what's going on in your life. And that's the thing with bands as well. I think coming out of COVID, you know, there are a lot of sad songs out there because it was a really sad time. It was a really bad time. And that's where I think metal thrived, because, you know, it was deep music that people were producing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think metal's always had that, kind of substance to it, that the lyrics are always a bit more well thought out. They seem to come from a different place. They're not trying to go for the quick fix, what I call the kind of happy clappy pop stuff, which there's nothing wrong with if that's what you're into.
But, no, there's a market for that. You know, there's people that like that kind of stuff, and you know, kudos to them. And that's why music is so broad, because people can just do what they want and they can be their own person, and you know, find what they like.
You're right. I think.
Carry on.
All right, I'll go. I think thematically.
If you take a ticket, Connor, you can enter the chat. Connor, enter the chat.
If I don't talk, Ant will talk all night, so I better get into
Well, come on, Connor. This is your spotlight. Your turn. Connor's turn.
I was going to say, I think you're right. Thematically, metal lets you be a lot more free. You know, you get metal songs about literally everything, don't you? It can be anything from like riding a dragon into battle to, you know.
Eating broccoli around your parents for tea.
Exactly. Or even like bringing corn in from the field. You get metal songs about
growing
everything.
Oak trees from acorns.
Exactly. Acorns to oak trees, which I'm starting to really like as an album name. I'll be honest with you. Maybe that'll be the next one.
Oh yeah, defo. I'll let you have it. You can. Don't worry about copyright. I'll let you have that.
Okay, all right.
Boys can let you have that.
We'll give you a shout out in the credits.
Give me a royalty in the back. It's fine. Just mention.
Have we decided what we're calling this album yet?
Nope.
Oh, I was going to say. So, are you still deciding on the name of your album?
Yeah, we've got all the songs named, but then you got to get something that ties everything in together. The last one we just went with, the album was called the title song.
Yeah, self-titled. That's pretty standard, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's usually what a lot of people do. I mean, the thing is, I think it's always good to get your tracks sorted and then go through them and think, you know, what resonates? Where do we sit in this?
Yeah, well, that's the hardest part about doing an album, I think, is that when you get to the bit where you've got all the songs recorded, then you've got to go, right, which song goes where, and then what song goes after, and where are we going to do, you know, we like to do little instrumental things here and there just to fill things out.
Absolutely.
Fill the tracks.
It reminds me of, it's like coming up with a baby's name before the baby's born, and then the baby coming out and going, oh, that doesn't look like her. Sorry, Bruce, out there, you know, your name's great, but come look at a baby and go, oh, little Brucey.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
That's when you tell me your name's Bruce. All right, Bruce. The drummer's just called Bruce.
I did. We are. I'll say all of my 4 kids, we kind of had a name beforehand, and then looked and went, no, don't work.
No. Yeah.
Back to the book.
It's, you know, it's the same principle. You want to be able to have it meaningful, and, you know, actually, resonate with your album, well, with your songs, you know. So tell me, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute, because I appreciate, obviously, you've all got lives and you've all got families and stuff, and it's really good of you to give me your time tonight.
Of course.
What's been the highlight of your career so far, apart from the corrosion of conformity? Like, it can be an embarrassing moment, it can be the funniest moment, it could be anything. You choose.
Oh wow. I don't know, there's been not many. This is one of the great things about being in a band. It gives you so many opportunities that people don't get unless they're doing this type of thing. There's been so many cool moments. I mean, a big thing for me, as far as growth as a musician is concerned, has been doing recording this album. You know, big shout out to Jay Shredder, who's been doing it for us. We've learned so much about ourselves and so much about what the band can be, how far we can take the songs if we've got the right guidance. You know, I feel like I've been pushed way out of the comfort zone with doing this, like really, really to a point where I'm, you know, sat at home almost dreading getting in the studio, but kind of coming out thinking, wow, that is immense. You know, so that's been one. You know, I think we've done some fantastic shows together as well. We did the Metal to the Masses final at KK's a few years ago. You know, that was a fantastic show to be part of. You know, every time we get the opportunity to get on a stage or get in a studio and record something, it's a highlight every time we do it. I mean,
you know what? Back in 2017, you played with Fire Red Empress. I remember that gig.
What a gig that was! Wow.
I dug that out my head.
Wow, what a gig! That was. Oh man, you know what? I think there's only me of that lineup left.
Yeah, that's before my time.
Yeah, there's only me left. That was kind of a transitional lineup that we had going on. Yeah, that was a great gig. Really, really enjoyed
show
that.
Though how long you guys have been, you know, plugging away and just trying to get there. So it's about time now. You need that break. I think the corrosion will give it you, and I think, you know, you keep working hard, and once you drop that album, well, they are world's the
I think it's taken a while for us to actually, you know, find who we are, and I think you know, every band's the same. You've got to try and figure it out who you are as a band, what your identity is, you know, what you want to say, what you want to sign. And I think we kind of started that journey with Colossus, going from the EPs that we'd done before. I mean, I still love all the tracks that we've done on those EPs, but we really started to, and when Connor came in and started doing, you know, a big chunk of the writing, I think we started to kind of touch on a new sound. We had both myself and Connor doing the vocals then, which changed the sound, changed the dynamic of the band. We've got you know, two guitarists who can play rhythm and lead. We've got Joe back with us on the drums. You know, it all started to roll into
together. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, and then when we've got in the studio recording this album, we've taken kind of what we've learned from that album. You know, some things we liked, some things we've lived with for a while, and thought, okay, I might have changed that. And we've gone in with this one with you know, more of a focused mindset as to, right, okay, we want it to be like this.
Yeah.
And then we've gone in and we've had the influence, like I said, of Jay, who's been producing the album for us, and he said, yeah, but it could sound like this. And then we've tweaked it a little bit more, and I think we've now come up with, when this album drops, people are really going to get an idea of, right, yeah, the Black Hounds are this. You know, they'll have heard the start of it on Colossus, and they'll definitely see the journey from Colossus to where we are now.
Well, do you know what? I think you'll definitely do better than Wolves are at the moment. And Connor,
let's not start with that.
Well, Connor, one final thing. Where do you want to see yourself next year?
I would
Wembley.
love to be. Obviously, massive, world famous, but no. I'd love to be able to just know that we've got good gigs coming up. I'd love to be able to get our music out there to people, and just be in the position where when we've got ideas and we want to share them with people, it's easy for us to do that. Because until you get that bit of exposure, it's quite difficult to get your ideas across. But I think once,
it is.
When we get gigs like this with the Corrosion of Conformity, if we could get some more gigs like that, get maybe onto some of the larger festivals around the place, maybe even look at heading overseas.
Absolutely.
That would be ideal. I'd love to be doing that.
Well, you know what? Your foot's on the ladder now. You've got that gig, and I look forward to catching up with you. In a couple of months, to see where you're at.
I'm less humble than Connor. I want to be filthy, stinking rich and living the rock and roll lifestyle. But that's just me.
Well, you know what? Everyone's got dreams. Why not? Who knows?
I'm in the wrong career.
yeah. You should have been a mechanic or a plumber or an electrician.
No,
That's
I was shit at football, so I thought, oh no, I'll play the guitar instead.
I like it. Right, listen, guys, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate time's precious. And I look forward to listening to your track tomorrow when it drops.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks very much. It's been fun. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look forward to catching you in person as well. And good luck with your gig. I'm sure you'll smash it.
Thank you so much.
If you can make it, please come on down.
May the 3rd. I go to Turkey like the week after. So maybe I'll have a jiggle round and I'll see what I can do. But if I'm around, I'll definitely come over. How's that?
Yeah. Drop us a message if you can make it down. We'll
absolutely. I really appreciate the offer. I'll see what I can do. I'll have a look at my schedule. And if I can make it, I'll come down. I'll come and give you an expert review. How's that?
We'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I'm gonna love you and leave you. And remember, from small acorns, mighty oak trees grow.
I reckon
we put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, we're keeping it.
Right, guys. Love you lots. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.